this really quick. Yep, it says we're live. What is up? Get all these ads. Let's see. Does it say we're live yet? Yes, we are live. Gotta change the thumbnail really quick. And then what I'll do is switch everything, switch the thumbnail. I actually did a thumbnail for this. It was kind of crazy. I was wondering, like, I was testing to see if I should, oh my God, it's on my desktop. Let's see. What the hell? Oh, here we go. What a shitty thumbnail. This is so funny. Cool. And then what we'll do is we'll set up a link really quick and we'll get started. There's all the background YouTube stuff that isn't that fun. How do I get a link? Get a shareable link. And let's not share my backend analytics to the whole world. Let's go back here. Cool, we'll do this. And then we'll get started. What's up? For people that are just tuning in, I think I'm streaming on all platforms, including like Facebook. I never use Facebook. I haven't used Facebook since I was like really, really young, since like the college days. Kind of crazy. But I'm actually creating a story right now on and just doing something chill, man. I think like honestly I've been just working so hard recently. First of all, Xin Chào. I'm in Vietnam. It's been really, really cool here. One of my favorite places. And then what I'll do is I'll change the text. And just do some music. And then post. Cool. Now you guys have pretty much my full attention. How's everyone doing? Dude, it's been forever since I've actually live streamed. And honestly, like, I love live streaming, but then I'm just like, oh my God, I could be spending this time on something else that is more productive and stuff like that. So, yeah. Anyways, I'm in Vietnam. It's like 9 a.m. over here. Been pretty chill. And so I woke up at 6 this morning just to work on my like channel and stuff like that. There's just a lot going on there. I believe I have chat open, so you guys can just drop whatever. But I thought we could do something fun. I was actually trying to work out my titles and stuff like that, but I thought what we could do, this is kind of loud, hold on for a second. I gotta turn this down, it's like blasting. I don't even like this music, we gotta go next. Of course, I can't play like really good music because copyright strikes. But anyways, I thought what we could do today is kind of have like a fun chill time and just like rank my favorite childhood foods. We have a few different options today of like what to rank, to be honest with you. And let me see my story. Oh, my story's still uploading. We have a few different things that we can like kind of do. So I was thinking we got Costco. This is like my childhood staple. We got popular snacks in the 90s. I actually grew up, let's see, my birthday is 88, so I actually grew up in the 90s. Like a lot of these things were my childhood snacks. We got dim sum, my favorite. Oh, it's all right. It brings back a lot of memories and stuff. I actually don't know what all of these are, and I can't really see this. I'm like, what the heck? Yeah, but it's kind of crazy. We got breakfast foods, and we got juice. Bro, juice in the night, like especially during my childhood, juice was like really popping back in the day. So it's kind of freaking crazy, not gonna lie. We might do some of these, we might do all these, but we'll just take it step, like we'll just do one thing at a time and just go from there. But yeah, let's do it. So, I don't know if we should start off with the big hitter. Costco is always like the number one thing that like I think grabs a lot of attention. We'll probably save Costco for later. But let's just start off with something nice and easy. Let's go for like regular, well, and then we have regular breakfast items too. And so I'm gonna make this bigger. Hopefully you guys can see everything. I think you guys can, yeah. So we're on tier maker and let's kind of start ranking this shit. Okay, cool. So I'm taking a look at this. We got breakfast items. Let's see. Oh my God, cereal. Bro, cereal growing up, my favorites, by the way, were always like Fruit Loops and stuff like that. It's very iconic, very sugary. I don't eat this stuff anymore, but it was freaking fire. Yo, cereal, like as part of your childhood, and probably got me really fat, cereal's S tier for sure. I think this is an omelet. Oh man, omelets. My dad used to make me omelets back in the day. And even to this day, I like love omelets. They're like high in protein and stuff. Even as an adult, like dude, this fucking S tier, dude. Easy. Hash browns. Oh man, I can't put everything S tier, but hash browns are definitely S tier. I would move omelets down to A tier. Hash browns are S tier. Like it's always the like super refined carbs that are like super fire, not gonna lie. English muffins. Okay, this is like, bro, my mom used to love this stuff. I mean, it is pretty fire with like some butter and jam and stuff like that too, but sorry, it's gonna go D tier. I don't know what the hell this is. Does anybody know what this is, by the way? I have no idea what this is. Is it like a bagel? Or like, I have no idea. It's going D tier. I have no idea what it is. Muffins. So back in the day, like, my parents used to always buy these, like, the Costco muffins, and the chocolate one was my absolute favorite. And, like, looking back, I'm like, damn, these were, like, pretty hefty, like, hefty and heavy, like, probably crap ton of calories. I'm actually curious, like, calories inside Costco muffins. I wonder how many calories these are. 400 to 1,000. Oh my God, that's crazy. Yeah, chocolate is like 6. Oh man, no wonder I was a really fat kid. I used to polish like 1 or 2 of these like off, and it's crazy. But muffins, probably B tier. They were good. I only like the top, honestly, but the rest of it was like whatever. Oh my God, basic bitch avocado toast. Not gonna lie, your boy like used to clown on a lot of people who used to order avocado toast back in the day, like in Hollywood and all that sort of stuff. I'm like, dude, this is such a basic bitch food. But when I actually tried it myself, I was like, bro, I kind of like this. I don't think it's S tier. I don't think it's like cereal good. Like cereal is like crack good. Hash browns are like crack good, especially the ones from McDonald's back in the day. Avocado toast, it's like, yo, if you're trying to feel like a bit bougie and stuff like that, this is like the perfect one. So I want to put it A tier because I do spend like, sometimes like back in Hollywood, I would spend like 14 bucks on fucking stupid ass avocado toast. What a freaking waste of money. I'll give it goes above the muffin. Not as good as like an omelet because like honestly, gains and nutrition. But I'll give it a solid B tier. / minus, like maybe an A minus, like B plus. That's where it goes. Okay. Cinnamon rolls. Bro, these were always super, 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 super fire. Especially the ones from, I forgot what that company was. Like, they do Cinnabon. Dude, back when I lived in the JK house in like, in California, during my early LA arc, These were always fire. And the best part is always in the middle. These have to go S tier, like S tier for sure. Okay. Fruits. Oh my God, I love fruits. Like, especially as I'm a boomer now, I really love fruits. And as I'm in like Southeast Asia, I'm in Vietnam, and I was in Thailand last month and Malaysia. The fruits here have been crack. It's like, I would give it borderline, not S tier, because honestly, if you're asking me like which one I crave more, I would take this like cinnamon roll any day of the week. That shit is fire. But fruit, this is a hard one, guys. A tier, but yeah, I would give fruits A tier. Parfaits, these like, okay, so the reason why I feel like whatever about parfaits, I think that's what these are. The reason why I'm like whatever about this is because they're not like super crack good like cereal or sugar bomb or anything like that. They're okay, they're decent. These are the things that, oh yeah, I'm trying to be healthy, but it's like loaded with sugar. Yeah, I would give it C tier. Like based off my selection, I rarely ever get these. Borderline D, but these are still pretty tasty in my opinion. Like, not gonna lie. Ham, D tier. It's haram, dude. I mean, I used to eat pork a lot, but like when I was a kid. But I don't eat pork anymore. But yeah, ham is like, whatever. Bacon. Okay, this is also pork product. Although beef bacon is pretty fire, I have to say, dude, S tier for sure. Like, when you think of breakfast, you always think of two things, bacon and eggs and stuff. So yeah. Oh my God. Not gonna lie, like, okay, Eggs Benedict, Eggs Benny. Bro. This was always like super solid. And I would never like make this at home, to be honest with you. But this is something like, oh yeah, you want to get like brunch or breakfast? Dude, I would always get an Eggs Benedict. I don't really like the Canadian ham version. I like the salmon version, kind of like bougie. It's kind of bougie-esque. Solid A tier. I would probably put this, everyday eating, I would definitely go omelet. But like if I'm like, again, getting basic bitch breakfast, yo, Eggs Benedict, super fire. Okay, let's move on to the next one. Beans. This is like a British thing. Honestly, I didn't really like the whole beans thing like until I got to Thailand and I had like proper beans. I actually had it in like the UK too. They are good, but honestly, I give it like a C. They're okay. Not my absolute favorite. Oh my God. These are, what do you call them? The potatoes and stuff like that? Kind of like, oh, why am I blanking out on the name? Oh, what's the difference between these and these? These are both like home fries, dude. Oh. Okay, I'm just gonna rank them together. These ones look more fire. They weren't like as good as hash browns, not gonna lie, because you got the Maillard reaction or whatever, the crispiness of like hash browns. Although I do enjoy them, I'll probably put at C. Just because like, honestly, if you're gonna go carbs, you might as well go like super good carbs, not just like average carbs. That's like one thing. But yeah, that's like the other thing I was thinking. Home fries, so I'll put them in the same place. Ooh, these, I don't know what these are called actually. They're like some sort of croquet or something like that. These are solid A tier. Depending on what's inside, these are super, super fire. Really good. What the hell is this? This looks disgusting. Sorry if this is your favorite freaking thing, but I don't know what this is. I'm just gonna leave it down here. Again, this is like, I don't know, Canadian. I think this is Canadian ham. I put it down at D. Sausage, okay. A lot of people love sausages and stuff. I was just like whatever about it. So I'm sorry. It's gonna go D tier for me, dude. Again, this is like the hockey puck one. Also D tier. Probably as a kid, I would probably put it at C or B or something like that. But these were never my favorite. I know blasphemy, it's like whatever, but yo, haram, dude. Toast? Oh, bro, I never like toast. I mean, like, toast is okay. I don't want to be that crazy, but like, probably with some good jam and stuff like that, it would go solid C. Oatmeal, disgusting. I mean, like when I was in high school, I used to pound oatmeal like crazy, but I don't really eat grains anymore, to be honest with you. So, and I only ate it because of health reasons. Bro, it goes down into D. It's like whatever. Okay, eggs. Now, this is crazy. There's a few type of eggs over here. I'm gonna move this up because we're gonna talk about eggs. Hard boiled is like a very, very classic for me. Like back in the day, my mom used to always she used to always make hard boiled eggs before she left for work or super early in the morning. My mom used to leave for work at like 5 a.m. and then did all this. My mom was like a real superhero, but she would always make sure that we had breakfast, and she always made me eggs in the morning. It was amazing. Hard boiled, even though nostalgia factor is probably like S tier for me, in terms of actual taste and stuff, I kind of got tired of it. Probably put at B. If it is soft boiled, definitely S tier for sure, like 1000%. But given given the actual taste of it, it's like whatever. Oh, we're like planning to do this quite a bit. Like, chat, let me know like what some of your favorite things are. Do you agree with my rankings so far before we rank the rest of these? But let's keep on going. Okay, Sunny Side Up. Fun fact, I never really had like Sunny Side Up growing up that much. It was only like in high school, college, like where I'm like, oh dude, this is super fire because you get the runny yolk. And if you put it with toast, like toast and eggs, dude, that is a fire combination. Toast by itself is still like whatever. Maybe I'll put SC. I'll put the solid A. Solid A. It's a good pairing. It's not like a good solo thing. I don't like really crave eggs like this, but it's a good solid pairing. Steak and eggs. By the way, this looks like fucking rubber. This is like the IHOP version of like steak and eggs, bro. It's like whatever. Let's see. When it comes to steak and eggs, this is a solid S tier. Really great for like health, muscle, protein, all that sort of stuff. It's my favorite breakfast item to this day right now, like steak and eggs. Pancakes. Honestly, your boy back in the day really liked his bougie ass like blueberry pancakes. And strawberry, like fruit and pancakes like are really solid in my opinion. Pancakes, dog. It gets an A tier. If they're plain, I would probably move it to B or actually C. But if it's like some sort of blueberry pancakes, they're pretty solid. It's just like dessert for breakfast. Like if you look at half these items, honestly, they're all like dessert for breakfast. It is crazy. French toast. I remember asking my dad way back in the day for French toast, and I don't know. It was just like whatever. I remember the first time I had it, I was like, "Oh, this is French toast." It's like whatever. So like, not D. It's not disgusting, but like, it's probably a solid C. It's not my favorite. Oh, damn! These McDonald's hash browns, bro. These things are straight crack. Like S tier. They're crispy. These are the carbs that you like kind of crave, honestly. That's really solid. Bagels. Okay, bagels alone probably honestly would be D tier for sure. But when you start adding toppings like cream cheese and all that sort of stuff, it starts moving up the ranks. I honestly, your boy was like such a fat ass. I would love globs of like cream cheese and stuff like that. If we're talking about like a moderate amount, I put a solid B. This is my favorite. One of actually my favorite type of bagels, by the way, like with cream cheese. Like it was like the onion one, and it had roast beef, and it had like an egg in it, and it was so freaking good. I used to eat this in high school all the time. Pretty solid. Oh, croissants. It depends. A cold ass croissant, definitely D tier because one, they're super high calorie, but two, if they're cold, like you don't get the flakiness and stuff. You definitely gotta heat these up. And definitely, like I used to eat the Costco ones all the time, and sometimes they're cold and it would be disgusting. But if you could ever toast a croissant, it would automatically improve it so much. So I would say croissants, warm, borderline S tier, A tier. Actually, not S tier. It's probably borderline A or B. I'll give it. I'll give it B tier. Like when I compare it to the other things, like for example, eggs Benedict, like that is way better than a freaking croissant. I'd rather have that than a freaking croissant. I'm not gonna lie. Okay, donuts for breakfast. Oh man, bro, you got. It's more this dessert for breakfast, but unlike French toast is just kind of mid, but this like donut thing, super solid, S tier. Biscuits, okay, so for biscuits, sometimes they're hit or miss, but your boy likes a biscuit from like Chick-fil-A. If you can ever get that Chick-fil-A sandwich with the biscuit, that shit's A tier, dude. Not S tier, A tier for sure. Something about the flakiness, the butteriness of it, super solid. Scrambled eggs, if they're cooked too well, it's like fucking, it's the worst experience ever. Like, I hated eating this shit. I have no idea. Probably like, but if you get the Japanese type, it's like pretty solid. I'll probably put at B. Maybe borderline C, but like, no, I'll put at B. I think it's a solid B tier. And plus it's like nutritionally, like super solid there too. I still don't know what this is. I'm just gonna assume this is some sort of, it looks like some sort of tuna. I'm gonna say, yeah, it's not like lox or anything like that. If it's, I don't know. I'm just gonna leave it there. This is my final rating. Let me see if I would change anything. So these are breakfast foods. We still got more tier lists, by the way, FYI. And if you're just tuning in, you can just like drop a question in the chat. But this is my final ranking of everything. Cereal, yep. Hash browns, oh yeah. Cinnamon rolls, The only thing that I'm debating, let's see, this all looks relative. I might actually bump this up like to probably B tier. This is pretty good. I'm not gonna lie, like it's borderline B minus, like C plus tier. Beans are still there, yeah. Everything else is still there. Maybe I'll move like this up just a bit. Yeah, all these bottom ones, definitely I feel strongly about. They're all trash. And I know a lot of you guys will come after me, but like, yeah. This is like Western porridge pretty much, right? Western congee. I do not like oatmeal that much. Although if you get the sugar kind with like the cinnamon sugar ones and stuff, it is pretty fire. But just regular old oatmeal, pretty trash, not gonna lie. Okay. So we have a few other, so for tier lists and stuff, like we have a few different options. We can do a juice tier list. We can do a popular snacks in the 90s. It hit the nostalgia. We can do a Costco one too. Costco I'll probably save for last because that one's like super fire. Or we could do dim sum. And some of these dim sum items I actually do not know. So yeah, let's see. Let me know what you guys want me to do. I think what I'm probably gonna do, let's do the 90s tier list, man. Holy crap, I haven't seen some of these foods in forever. And so if you guys don't know, like honestly, the 90s like had some of the best like snacks ever. The most sugar-laden snacks. I'm not surprised why our generation probably got diabetes and all this other crazy shit from our generation. But yeah, these are interesting. I don't think I've had all of these, and I don't think I remember all of these either. Like for example, Crystal Pepsi, I've never had it. And it's kind of like, I don't know, some people really love it, but I've just never had it before, right? Keep in mind, I'm Asian too, so we did have some of these snacks, but we didn't have all of these. Okay, let's start off with the discontinued one, 3D Doritos. Now, honestly, Doritos are just like whatever to me these days. I had a phase where I really liked the Cool Ranch ones or like the traditional ones, but then they had these 3D ones, which was basically these puff versions of like these Doritos. I'm not gonna lie, it's kind of overhyped. I wouldn't put at trash. They are quite tasty, but they're like low tier, dude. I don't think it's anything that special. So there's that. The next one we have, it's really, really small, but it says Go-Gurt. So I'm assuming these are all like yogurts. Oh, these are all canned things. What the heck is this? I don't know. I don't know what this is. So I'm gonna actually move it down here. Okay, let's move on to another one. Other ones. Butterfinger BBs. So these are like Butterfingers, but like the round version. I think they're trying to compete against like not M&Ms, but like a smaller version. Because here's the thing, when you eat like Butterfingers or a traditional candy bar back in the day, which honestly I never see at the store anymore. Like I never see people order like candy bars or anything like that. When it comes to Butterfinger BBs, dude, dog. These were okay, but Butterfingers were never my favorite candy. There's that like, what's in the middle? It's like that, I can't remember the term for it. It starts with a T. Whatever. I was like, whatever about the like middle of Butterfinger. I really like chocolate candies, but Butterfingers, not my exact favorite. Oh, man, I can't remember. Why am I blanking out right now? This is so crazy. Maybe because it's like 9:24 in the morning and the boy's like doing random tier rankings for like his childhood things. Cheese balls. Wait, Planters makes a cheese ball? This is the peanut company. Okay, I'm just gonna rank like general cheese balls. I didn't really like, I never tried these version of cheese balls, but honestly, cheese balls, always God tier, 1000%. They were so good. I used to polish these off like crazy. I remember even like in high school when I started working at GNC and stuff like that and started lifting, I had protein cheese balls, and my dad fucking cleared that shit. I was so pissed because they were so expensive, and then my dad got me like some regular cheese balls, but I'm like, dude, it's not the same. I was so heartbroken. Rest in peace, my dad. Choco Tacos. These are high tier. These were one of my favorite things. I remember back in the day in the vending machine at our school, we used to have like an ice cream machine, and it would have the suction thing and just go into the ice cream, suck it up, and then you get your ice cream. Now for the Choco Tacos, these were a special thing for me because they were the most expensive fucking thing. I think it was like $1.50 back in the day or $1.25. Everything else was like 65 cents or whatever, right? But this shit was hella expensive. And you're like, you knew the rich kids when they started getting the Choco Tacos. I've only had a few of these. I can probably count probably 5 times that I've had a Choco Taco, but these were pretty fire. Now, in terms of the taste, I really like chocolate a lot. So these were absolutely my favorite. But in terms of God tier, can't say because it doesn't really, it's not something I would always get. Crystal Pepsi. I've never had this. I heard the sugar is different. But honestly, actually, maybe I've had this like once. It wasn't memorable, if that. I'm sorry. If you guys like Crystal Pepsi, it's going trash tier. Cosmic Brownies. I've never had this. Okay, so everything I've never had, by the way, I'm just going to put it down in trash tier, and I'll let you guys... Can I add another tier? Add row below. Let's add another row. Let's do never tried. And we'll add a row below. What the heck? Oh, shit. Your boy, he created way too many tiers. Hold on. Let me delete some of these. Delete row. Delete row. Delete row. I haven't created too many tier lists on here, so your boy went kind of crazy and created too many tiers and stuff like that. But yeah, this is so crazy. Okay, cool. So everything I haven't really tried, I'm just gonna put down here in this row. And then we'll just do like, okay, cool. Never tried. Okay, cool. This looks more fair. Okay, next one is Dunkaroos. This holds a special place in my heart because my mom, my dad would always get the Costco like pack, I think. I don't know if they got Costco pack, honestly. But these were always in my Ninja Turtles like lunchbox in kindergarten. And these were my favorite snack. And what I would do is like these things, you get like these little cookies, right? Again, more sugar, right? Which you dip into this like frosting and then eat that. My favorite version was like the chocolate one. The vanilla was like, honestly, we'll probably go in trash tier, honestly. But, oh yeah, dude, I deleted one of the below. I deleted one of the things. There was a trash tier here. Sorry guys. Hold on, let me edit this. Okay, Dunkaroos. Yeah, so the vanilla version was like probably trash tier, but honestly, Dunkaroos, probably god tier. One of my favorite snacks for sure. The chocolate version, 1000%. Fun marshmallows. Bro, these were always trash. I'm sorry if you like marshmallows, but honestly, I might be crazy. I've never like liked marshmallows. Even for like s'mores and stuff like that, that's cool, but honestly, kind of trash. Not gonna lie. Okay, next we got Go-Gurt. I never really had Go-Gurt in the fridge ever. But I remember some of like my white friends, they would always have this in the fridge, and whenever I had it, it was pretty good. I'm not gonna put it next to Choco Taco because that's pretty high tier. Is it better than these things? For sure, so it goes mid. That's definitely mid tier, for sure. It's pretty good. Gushers, just like Dunkaroos, these were also in my lunchbox a lot. And I would polish these off like crazy. Honestly, I'm not surprised why I was so fat because like I'm like looking at these snacks, I'm like, whoa, these are really bad for you. Gushers are really high tier in my opinion. They were really cool. They would turn like your mouth like purple and all this sort of stuff, or red after eating it because all food dyes and stuff. But it definitely holds like a childhood memory of mine. Oh, what are these? Oh, the Minute Maid. There's kind of like popsicle things, right? I honestly, I don't think I've really tried them. I might have had them once or twice, but they weren't something that I always used to have. Okay. Next one, oh my God, kid cuisine. So my dad used to work at this place called Hunt Weston back in the day, and I think he got a bunch of kid cuisines. I remember this one time, he got like 14, like 7 or 14, he had like a whole week or two's worth of kid cuisine. And these were my absolute favorite because like, okay, I grew up eating Chinese food my whole life. And I think when you're like ABC like me, there comes a point in your life where you're just like, oh, I really like, I've never had this before, and you really like Western food a lot. Kid cuisine was one of those things into Western food. I was like, oh, this is what the like non-Chinese kids, the white kids were eating, right? So this was always really, really fire because it had mac and cheese, it had a brownie, probably some like chicken fingers or something. I don't even know what constitutes as a meal, but I remember the mac and cheese and the brownie were super fire. I love kid cuisine. It was my favorite. And then I found out it had tons of preservatives like later in life. And I was like, well, that's probably really bad for you. So yeah. Laffy Taffy. Okay. I like the taste of Laffy Taffy, but the part I hate about it, I'm sorry, is that this taffy would always get stuck in your teeth. And like you have to pick that shit out. It really sucks. So honestly, not not the best, but it's not bad, but it's like definitely not my favorite. Oh, dude, these hugs or whatever, we used to call them teenies or whatever. These hold a special place in my heart. Reason being because like I used to go basketball camp. I was so bad at basketball, by the way, but my mom sent me a basketball camp because she saw that I love basketball. And they would give these out for like 25 cents or like you could buy them for like 25 cents or something like that. These were like crack. This is basically like Kool-Aid or like freaking my favorite flavor, by the way, was always grape. I don't know. It was super fire. It's just sugar water. These hold a nostalgic factor for me like no other. It's not God tier, honestly. We never had these at the house, but definitely high tier. And I think it was really good just because we just never had them, you know? Lunchables. Dude, this was another one of these things where my house never had these, but when I went over one of my like American friends' house or something, or like one of the white families, they would have these. And my favorite version was like the pizza one every single time. These were fire. These are S tier for sure. These are definitely like up here, 1,000%. Okay, what's this one? I don't know what the heck this is. What is a Melody Chupa Chup? I know Chupa Chups. They're like the what's it called? They have the lollipops and stuff like that, which are really good. But I don't know. I've never tried this. Bro, oh my god, I can't believe this. The Ninja Turtle ice cream. So, I told you about the ice cream story about the Choco Taco, right? But the Ninja Turtle ice cream was different because back in the day we used to have like ice cream trucks and shit, and they would just drive. So you go to a park and there would be the ice cream person, right? This ice cream is kind of, it's not real, I don't think it's real ice cream. I think it was more of a, it kind of tasted like a sorbet type of thing. Tons of chemicals, but very nostalgic. The ice cream guy never really came that much. And I always, like, I lived near a school back in the day, and I was like, oh my God, I wish the ice cream guy would just come. No, I can't give it God tier. These were good, but like not God tier. These were really, really good. I look forward to these all the time. And one of the reasons why I liked it, because it was so freaking rare in my life. So that goes into high tier for sure. What the heck are these? I've never tried these. I don't know what oatmeal swirlers are. It doesn't look that good, but whatever. This pizza, I've never had this either. Heinz Easy Squirt. Oh, this is the jelly stuff. I don't think I've really had this. Okay, dude. Ring Pops. Let me think. These were like super, super iconic. I've only probably had like maybe 3 or 4 in my life. And I think these still exist too. And like you see the fake proposals with the ring pops and stuff like that. These were pretty good. But the thing I did not like about them is like, it was like super sticky because you're like licking it and then your spit goes everywhere. And on the base, it's not like, it's flat. So it would go all over your hand. The taste was really good, but it was like whatever. I would give it mid. It was decent as a candy, but it wasn't like, and it's not like you could eat the whole, like you could quickly eat the whole thing. It took a while for the ring pop to go down, right? Because it's basically a piece of sugar and you're just like fucking sucking on that shit, you know? Pause. All right, Scooby-Doo snacks. Now these gummies were like honestly really fire. I really like gummies, but I've never tried these specific ones, so I don't think it'd be fair for me to rank these. Snackwells, I never had these ever in my life. Maybe like once, but it wasn't memorable. But I do remember seeing this brand a lot too, so I don't know. I actually never had these. So Delicious, never really. Oh yes, I have had these. These are trash here. I never liked the taste of like these soda gummies. I think it was absolute disgusting. Okay, next one is Sonic the Hedgehog pasta. These are kind of like SpaghettiOs almost, but it looks like it's the Sonic one. I never had the Sonic one before, so I have to give it another try. Oh my god, I haven't seen this in probably like 10 years or something. These are the Squeeze-Its. These are pretty much like juice in these like rippable tops. So what you would do is like literally, you just like peel the top and just like drink it. And these were also in my lunchbox. Very high nostalgia factor. Solid A tier for sure. Borderline S tier. These were like, I actually really liked these a lot. I used to love juice. And it's probably why I had so many freaking cavities when I was a kid, dude. Crazy. Yeah. Let's see. Fruit string. I don't think I really had these ever. So I'll put it down here. Surge. Oh my god. So there was like Mountain Dew, but then this new soda came out and it was called Surge. This one was like, it was kind of citrusy. It almost tastes like Mountain Dew. It's a little different, but I haven't tasted this in probably decades, honestly. Last time I had this was Chinese school, like when I was in 7th grade or something like that. It's been that freaking long, believe it or not. Surge, nostalgia factor. This was my favorite, other than the Mountain Dew Code Red, this was my favorite soda. And I polished like 2 or 3 of these, which is like shit ton of sugar. A kid should not be drinking this much. But very, very high nostalgic factor. It was my favorite drink of all time when I was like in 7th grade. For sure, God tier. Trix. Why are they ranking Trix as cereal over here? Interesting. I used to love Trix. High tier, for sure. I was more of a Fruit Loops type of person. Actually, I don't know. Should it go? Yeah. I'll put it down here. I mean, Trix was good, but it wasn't like my favorite cereal of all time. Maybe I'll do a cereal tier list, like not today, but some other time. The yogurt I've actually never had for Trix. I don't know what this vignetta is. Never had it. And these are just like all the images of snacks. So I'm just gonna put it over here. All right. Do I want to change any of these from my 90s snacks? Cheese balls were my favorite. If they only had like Cheetos or something like that, those were like really, really good. I would put that like, or the puff ones, those were my favorite. Cheese balls were pretty good there too. Dunkaroos, Kid Cuisine, Gushers, Choco Taco. Do I want to move anything? I think this is a pretty solid list. I stand by everything. Yeah. Honestly, I kind of wish that, dude, I'm not gonna lie, I've seen some of these snacks on eBay and I'm just like, shit, I wonder what it would be like eating one of these like later down the line. It's probably really rancid and all that sort of stuff. But it's interesting, you know, this was my childhood right here, man. Crazy. Okay, we got some more things. We got dim sum. Okay, I think this is good. So we did breakfast. We did 90 snacks. We have time for one more, and then I'll probably end stream and stuff, and we'll go from there. But juice is going to be quite long. I'm going to save this. I'm going to save juice for next time. I can't clickbait the people, man. I got to go with not dim sum. I'll save dim sum for next time, and I'll actually do maybe cereal. Like, I want to write this down. Cereal, juice, and dim sum. That'll probably be next time. Let's go straight into it. Costco, by the way, is my favorite chain for sure. Like it has the nostalgia factor from the 90s. My family and I used to go to Costco every single weekend. I used to go with my parents all the time. And actually, when I'm still in Boston, like me and my mom go to Costco quite a bit. This is my mom's favorite place. I grew up on Costco, honestly. It was crazy. And I think if you're ABC like me, like most of us Asians, like we always did the Costco runs and stuff. This holds a special place because the Costco food court was always cheap. It was my first introduction to American food. And yeah, my dad would like fucking yell at me at the table and beat my ass after most of these Costco meals. But it wasn't always like that. But when I've had a lot of good memories and a lot of whatever memories about Costco food court. But there's one thing you can't argue. It's the mother good value of Costco. So let's get into the rankings. This is the classic menu. I think this has mostly everything. So Costco actually, it was interesting. Costco had a few, we'll do 2 Costco ratings because I feel like there was kind of like the 2017 Costco, and then there's a new Costco, and then there's like the OG Costco. This is like the OG Costco, which I'll rank for sure. But we'll do a, since this one's a little shorter, we will do a Costco 2017 because they're like 2017 era. There was a point where they were trying a lot of different things, and so yeah. And then I know Costco is always really, really different in every single place. So yeah, like in Canada they have like poutine version, which was like really interesting. Oh, let me see. What is this? Oh, this is Canadian. Ew. I actually had Costco poutine. It was like whatever. It was just like really mid. Well, maybe we can't do a Costco 2017. There was like, honestly, they're trying out cold brew. They're trying out like hamburgers at one point, but whatever. It's all good. We're just going to rank this one. Okay. The smoothies. Oh man, I think these are like $3-4. I still have the fruit smoothie. Like they have the fruit smoothies all the time. They claim no artificial sweeteners and all that sort of stuff. Personally, I never really got this too much as a kid. It was just like a once in a while thing. So in terms of like smoothies, these were good to have, but it's not my go-to staple, but it wasn't trash either. So with that being said, this is pretty mid. Like it's okay. It's not great, it's just okay. Okay. Cheese pizza. Okay, this, when I was a kid, I used to love cheese pizza. I think it was because of that movie like Home Alone or some shit like that. Cheese pizza was my absolute favorite. Now, since I don't eat pork these days, this is the only pizza that I can have. But this hits on the nostalgic factor, and it's really super solid. My favorite thing actually wasn't eating. Okay, so we used to, like, what we used to do, we used to get like that whole pizza for $10. The cheese pizza has like 4 different cheeses. They layer the cheese on here. And I think there's like an insane amount of protein on here. It's like 40 grams or something like that of protein. Given that it's 700 calories per slice, probably not a good way to get your protein, but it's just like a bonus factor. But my favorite way to have the pizza was like, yeah, we'd eat it there, but we would always have leftovers because it was just like 4 of us. My mom was not a big eater. My brother was like really young at the time. I like would polish off 1 or 2 slices, which was insane as a kid. My dad would polish off like maybe a few bits too. But we always used to have a few leftover slices and stuff. And one of my favorite things to do is actually heat this up in a pan. And at the very bottom, you could like crisp this up, and it would be so good. The bottom would be so crispy. I would bite into that bitch, burn half my mouth because of the fucking cheese. But that was my favorite way to reheat. Now I can't remember how we like heat up the top or anything like that. But like if you can get the bottom really crispy, it's super solid. It's even better than when you have it over there. With that being said, S tier, man. Pizza is always S tier. There's like such much good value just from the pizza, cheese pizza. Chicken bake. Oh man, I used to have a lot of nostalgia back when I used to eat pork and stuff, like when I was a kid. Chicken bake was always super, super solid. So in case you guys don't know, I watch a lot of Costco freaking food court like, oh, behind the scenes of a Costco food court shit, right? Chicken bake, I had a chicken bake like phase, and what they do is like inside there's chicken. I think there's bacon, and I think they put like maybe some sort of cheese, but they definitely put Caesar's dressing inside and on the top too with like Parmesan and stuff like that. That's why it tastes so good, right? I did have a period where I only ate chicken bakes, but then there was a period where I ate so many freaking chicken bakes, I got so fucking tired of it. When I first had it, I would probably put an S, but since I kind of spammed it too much, it's not the chicken bake's fault. It's my fault. It's actually my mom's fault because she always used to bring me this back home, and I'm like, oh my god, like I'm so sick of this. I don't want this anymore. So yeah, I have to give it a solid A tier. I would get it over the smoothie every single time, but yeah, that's my history of the chicken bake. And I would never finish. Well, when I was a fat ass, I used to polish one of these, but as I got older or as I wanted to diet and like lose weight, I would split one of these with my mom. And you know what's so funny? Like during these days, I was like, oh my god, I don't know why I'm so fat. I'm like, duh, look at these like macros. These are horrible, dude. Okay, let's move on. Combo pizza. Honestly, probably one of the most requested. Like I'm just gonna pull up another screen over here. Just give me a second. Probably one of the most requested foods. Costco pizza. They did away with it after COVID, unfortunately. But there's like whole Reddit forums of like the combo pizza. Now, yeah, it is crazy. There's like a whole fan base of like combo pizza. Now, my family, we would actually always order the combo pizza every single time. And there's like olives, there's peppers, there's sausage. It was so good. Nostalgia, taste factor, S tier easily. This was one of the best values you could get ever. And I think it costs pretty much the same amount as a regular cheese pizza. This was definitely my favorite pizza for sure when I was a kid. I can't eat it anymore because it does have pork in it, but it was so good back in the day. My favorite. Oh, the $1.50 hot dog. Yeah, so the hack was with my family, we would order pizza, we would order a hot dog, we would get the cup, and then share the soda, and then we would split the hot dog. So all of us had a bit of hot dog. We would like literally cut it up. My dad used to love like the relish and the onions and stuff. I was really basic when I was a kid. I just wanted ketchup. And then later I added like mustard and stuff. It was only when I got older, like I liked the other toppings, but I don't really eat this anymore. But as a kid, you can't beat this value, dude. It's $1.50 and it's a lost leader. It brings so many people into their store. You cannot deny it. I mean, was it the best hot dog ever? No, but for $1.50, pretty fucking good, dude. Pretty fucking good. Yeah. Oh, this was the turkey pesto sandwich. These were like loaded with calories. I believe it has mayonnaise and pesto and turkey and like cheese on the top. When you got a fresh one, these were super, super solid. Like there was that crisp factor to it. Not S tier, like in terms of nostalgia and stuff, but these I would put above chicken bake. I love these. These were my favorite. I think they discontinued this, which I'm really sad about, but this was like super, super good. Okay, next one. Mocha Freeze. I never really had these like too much. I even think they have like the cold brew version. I've never had this. Well, maybe I've had it once or twice, but honestly, I had this in my adult years. Gotta give it a D. Maybe not a D. D is like too serious. It was such a sugar bomb that I didn't like the way it made me feel, so I gotta give it a C. Okay. The ice cream. Okay. If we're gonna talk about the ice cream, it's like the ice cream solo. You can't do the ice cream churro combination and stuff like that, even though that is pretty fire. The ice cream by itself, okay, you might think that I'm fucking crazy. Ice cream was never my favorite at Costco. Not gonna lie, it goes D tier. We used to order it from time to time, but they're like, "Hey, do you want ice cream?" I'm like, I honestly rather get ice cream somewhere else. I'd rather honestly go to a regular grocery store and have that ice cream than this soft serve. Never my favorite. I don't know why. Some people love it. It's like whatever. While I'm at it, let's rank this like very like sundae or whatever that they used to have. I used to order this a bit more. I put this at C tier just because of the toppings and stuff, but honestly, the ice cream, it's like whatever. Not that memorable. Okay, now we're getting into another childhood like memory one, the churros. Now the churros, sometimes they would hit, sometimes they would miss. Every single time I had a bad churro at Costco, it was because, honestly, they're cold as fuck. You can't bring this home. Like, it's not something that you bring it home. It's something that you have to eat there, 1000%. When you get a fresh one of these were so good. Obviously not as good as like a specialty like dessert churro place, but for like $1, really great value. I think they increased it to like $1.25 or something like that. It was crazy. Like honestly, this churro was just as much as like this hot dog. Well, a lot less, but for the longest time it's only $1. Oh shit! Hold on, my light just fell off. Okay, so where did my churro go? Oh yeah, it's not B tier for sure. It's like definitely A tier. My favorite dessert at Costco by far, I think. Yeah, by far, 1000%. Pepperoni pizza. Oh, you might think that I would put the pepperoni pizza up with like S tier and with the combo pizza and all that sort of stuff. Honestly, this is my least favorite pizza. There's something about the pepperoni. I mean, there's pepperoni in the combo pizza too, right? But the only difference was the pepperoni pizza was oily as fuck. And I usually don't care. And I remember there was this phase where you take like your napkins and freaking dab your pizza. Does anybody remember that? Anyways, the pepperoni pizza was especially oily. Not my favorite. I'm sorry. C tier. Not D. It wasn't bad, but it was not my favorite for sure. Okay. Let's move on to the beef brisket sandwich. I've only had this probably like maybe about 5 times in my life. It was decent. Definitely not S tier. Definitely not A tier. It was decent. But I think I had this later in my life where I looked at the macros and I'm like, oh my God, there's so much sugar in here. I'm going to give it C tier. 1000%. It wasn't dog shit, but it was like, it was okay, right? Caesar salad. The Caesar salad was arguably one of the best like items. Not like S tier best, but I'm like, as a kid, I used to get this because I was trying to be healthier. I'll give it B tier. Yeah. And like for me, I would just like glob on all these like the dressing onto the Caesar salad. So yeah, this is pretty solid. Okay, anything that I would change about this list? No. I think it looks pretty solid. Maybe there's like certain arrangements. Like I would put probably Costco pizza like this. Hot dog probably there. Cheese pizza there. Yeah, I would give it maybe, if I can move the churro, yeah, the churro goes above like the rest of the items. Although the pesto chicken sandwich, that was pretty solid. And then I'll probably put the Caesar salad in front of the smoothie. This definitely this is at the bottom. This is there. Brisket. Yeah, I prefer the pizza. Actually, I still prefer this over that. And then the ice cream is like last. It is pretty freaking crazy. So yeah, that is like kind of my tier ranking for all my childhood foods. I think we're about like what, an hour in, so perfect. I wrote down some of the other ideas for tier rankings, but thanks for joining me today. I honestly was feeling so burnt out, like just from like all the work I've been doing. So probably take a quick nap and then get back to work. I'm working on some like high ticket sales stuff. I have like a YouTube course coming out. I have some like more reflections. I have more games coming out because honestly, YouTube has been kind of a grind for me, and it's like it wasn't that fun. But in my 12-week calendar, like that I planned out for like 2 videos per week almost, I included some fun things, right? So you're gonna see a little bit more like fun educational games. I don't know. There's something about edutainment or entertainment, like educational entertainment. That's kind of boring, but I want to bring some more entertainment like type of formats on this channel. So just practicing kind of like, yo, my reactions and ranking things and stuff. But we did good today, guys. Like, honestly, like, I'll show you this, right? We ranked all these like snacks and stuff like that. These were shit tier. We did all this. Surge was amazing. We did breakfast foods. And maybe next time, if you guys got any suggestions, just drop it in the comments. But maybe next time we can do dim sum, we can do the juice tier, and there's something else I talked about, but I totally forgot. I'll watch the replay. But anyways, I appreciate you guys, and I'll see you guys later. My links, if you want to follow me, are below. I'll see you guys later. Peace, my people. Bye.